The history of Space Offense 1, Space Offense 2, Space Offense 3, Space Offense 2.3, Space Offense, well, Space Defenders 1.5, and everything else Space Offense related. Part 1, Act 1. Blech. I need a short. I should have shortcutted that. I apologize. Okay. Well, the year was 1983. I had quite a few off the wall game ideas at the time. Yes, Sam. These were told. Unlike anything you would see in the arcade. Unlike anything I mentally tried to, I wouldn't say emulate because I had no means of bringing the games to life. Just, I didn't make any sketches, really. I mean, I can tell you how big the Space Offense base was or how big the brick wall was. I just kind of went by general guesstimation. I guess that's the best way to put it. I didn't know what Predictor and Inventor would look like. Okay. Actually, Space Offense was a combination of four separate ideas that I thought were just too similar to not be somehow connected. So, there's a storyline on that. So, the original miniseries for Space Offense was about a 12-parter if you include every segment that should have been in there. Well, the first part was the four ideas in one. The second part is when they met the game characters that would make up the team. So, the four ideas in one would be a very crude idea called Runner. It's just character zipping back and forth against some kind of, I wouldn't say stomper truck, but it was just some kind of big vehicle that would try and squash him. I don't really know what I was thinking about that, but somehow it got worked into his main series. Second idea was Sneak Attack. He was a bizarre character among himself because he was somewhat of a karate expert, I guess, but while he was running amok inside a mall, I had to second guess what with that thing. The original, I guess, video game design or idea for Space Offense was calling it Brick Wall, naming after the villain craft. Uh, that may not have been the best way to go about it. It had already been done with Loyal Electronics and Star, but that's what I did. Another really crude idea was something called Escape Hole, in which a character was running around with some kind of device that would make a little portal for him to work to various locations and do who knows what. And then Sneak Attack had a couple of sequels, one in which he did meet the character from Escape Hole, and another one he met some bizarre inventor, but ended up becoming friends with the guy And things just went from there. Okay. And they were linked together for the space offense idea. I thought of maybe. Now keep in mind, these probably aren't the characters that were in my head for Predictor and Inventor. Originally his name was Creator, but later I changed it. And other than figuring that these guys were brothers, I know. They're just random pictures I got from searches on Yahoo back when I was doing the concert series. I needed something to be Predictor and Inventor since they were so big a part of the history of space events. So they made our random planet, made a little trade among themselves. Inventor attacked the random location on Earth with a crusher vehicle, the same kind of vehicle that players encountered during the Gunner game. And Predictor attacked Earth and the brick wall, just as space events launched their first space. And I don't know, my childhood mind might have been thinking too limited on technology at the time or whatever. I mean, defeating Crusher was no problem. Defeating the brick wall spacecraft did take a little work on space events, but for whatever reason, they end up losing the first space right there in that game. So after defeating the brick wall, they just left, I guess, going back to Earth and trying to build a new base or something. But I knew something was missing there. And Sneak Attack came on the scene, realizing something was going on in his favorite mall. He goes to investigate, found that some robot guards had taken over. So he did karate moves to knock him down. Now he did so without hurting himself. It's anybody's guess. But eventually he made it out there. Yeah, another thing, he did briefly see some strange electronic beast, but he didn't think much of it. He just got out of the area quickly. It's just kind of hard to figure out what I would think about Sneak Attack. And then this character called Seperate was showing up in the game called Escape Hole. You just take his rays and zip all over the place here and there. I don't know if he was pretty much a thief or anything. He was just experimenting with his device. He didn't mean any harm by it. But there was one time in which he did meet up with Sneak Attack, and they became a little bit of a team. Hello, Noodle. I'll tell you this story also, okay? And after a while, they managed to leave the area and whatever. Oh yeah, in the first Sneak Attack game, somehow Sneak Attack found where Crusher had landed after Renner defeated it. He managed to reactivate the thing, and they crashed shortly after, and you never saw the vehicle again after that. Not till years later. I'll come to that eventually. Okay. Anyway, then Predictor came back to Earth briefly, long enough to pick up inventory and tell him what actually happened to his vehicle. And they happen to see Sneak Attack and his friends walking around doing nothing in particular and decide to attack him. That does draw out a few of the space flyers for space offense. Things were set on the way for the second space phase to be built. But unfortunately, they kind of had problems. And, were asked to leave the Milky Way galaxy, and they wanted to go far, far away. So that's where we enter the second half of the main series, when they travel to the most bizarre galaxy ever. My mind was thinking somewhat along the lines of Star Raiders when I decided that the galaxy that they were going to was flat. I mean, flat. Yes, it did have suns, but it didn't multiple suns. But the planets didn't really rotate; they were just kind of stationary for the most part. I don't know how else to put it, but the galaxy that they use, the Neuro Warren, I don't think it's going to show up too well here, but it's based on the floor tile pattern of our bathroom. Why would I model after that? I don't know. But it's what I did. And still point out what planet is what on here. By general location. I know Warren's way up here. Nero's way down there in the corner. The planet Predictor and Inventor first made their bargains is about here. The party planet is also in this galaxy, right there in the middle. Kind of close to the middle. And several insignificant things like that went on there. Okay. So, oh yeah, making it to that galaxy wasn't easy. I was not a Star Trek fan, nor did I get how Star Wars did their travel. So I didn't know anything about warp drive or anything like that. What they did was try to use Super Spy's speed warp ray while in space. And it worked, but not perfect. They couldn't really see where they were going. So it's amazing that they made it there without crashing into any asteroids or whatever. But they did it. Okay. No, I don't want you on the pulsar. I'm gonna need it a lot, doodle. Hey, I'll put it in the chair. Yeah, I hear you wanting attention. Sorry if I'm ignoring you. Okay. So, uh, shortly after they arrived, they kept hearing voices. It wasn't really gods. It was someone on the planet called Warren using probably the loudest megaphone or broadcast system probably ever made. Don't know how she got it or any detail like that. Excuse me for a second. But anyway, she was known as the voice of Warren. She wasn't trying to be a god or anything. It just was a name that kind of stuck with her throughout the years until they met the character in person, which wasn't until years later that they knew her name. So, the strange thing that she did point out about the galaxy was that because it's flat, uh, it did have its own little defense system. The suns could kind of line up and repel any type of invasion. I don't know if she pointed out how the timeline worked in that galaxy or not. It seems like the planets over in this area had no timeline. Those in the middle did a little bit, but the main warning existed among the years we know and like. Okay. But anyway, the voice of warning did point out that they weren't the only characters within that galaxy, and shortly after she said that was when the Atari Force was chased into the galaxy while they were playing Stargate by um, the first encounter with the Krylon Force using vehicles from games. And the old Atari games came up, or some of them did come with a little comic book, so that's what we base our Atari Force members on, as far as who was Talon, the starters, crafting, whatever. So, Space Events members scan their Star Cruiser and help defeat the Krylons there. But the Krylons didn't really go back to where they normally came from. Instead, they went into this Forbidden Zone area, which I'll go into detail on what that actually turned out to be later. All I know is they set things in motion that we would see in the future of the show. The other game characters that they met were Defender and Stargate. Defender being known as, well, Stargate was later changed to Defender 2, but we kept the original name because it just makes sense. We like the concept of warping from one area to another much better than just being a sequel. They had a mutant takeover on the planet. For those of you that don't know, that's what happens when the landers take all the humanoids away in Defender and Stargate. space events, save them from their remaining mutants. I don't think those crafts retreated anyway. They just kind of got rid of the whole fleet. Then the last member to join was Parsec. That came about during one of the first battles with Team Brick Wall. Is best way to describe Predictor and Inventor when they attacked. A stray shot hit Parsec's home world, ended up blowing it up. It must have been some shot, right? That'd be the best way to describe it. So, that's how I meant the first few members. And I think in part 2, I'll discuss the rise and fall of Supreme Evil. And I'll see how far I get in that. Sorry this discussion of the original miniseries took so long. Sometimes you can't help it. There was that much going on. I needed to put it all in.